everyone. This is going to be your love reading, but before I begin, I just wanted to say it in one shot rather than having to say it each and every time that I film a video. This way it's just out. I've been doing a lot of research recently on getting a new tarot deck to either work alongside with my spiral tarot or even to let this new one take over for a little bit. And I researched and researched and researched, and I found the exact right tarot deck for me. And so I'm going to show it to you. This is called the Gaian Tarot, as in Gaia. Gaian Tarot, and I will tell you why I love this deck so much. It's about real life, and it's about real people and real situations. I have noticed, and I'm sure that a lot of you have noticed as well, that there's only a certain amount of tarot decks that have diversity in them as far as body shapes, the sexes, different skin tones, different everything, all different kinds of diversity, and a connection with nature that isn't necessarily a fantasy. I like this one because it's very real. It's about real life and real people, and I really truly appreciate the diversity of this deck as far as the types of people that are in it and what they look like and the different ages and everything. And so I'm actually giving you a sneak peek preview of this new deck, which you are probably going to be seeing a lot of in the future. And so I'm going to be using these half and half with the spiral deck for your love readings. And look at how huge they are too. I actually had to trim these. These were even bigger than they were, or these were even bigger before, and I cut them down. I cut the rims off of them. They're really, really interesting, as you're about to see. So I'm going to do a 6-card reading for you all for love and relationships for March. The first half, or the first 3, will be with the spiral, and the other 3 out of your 6 will be using the Gaian Tarot. It's been extremely fun using the Enchanted Map Oracle for your general readings this month, but I do have to say I kind of want to come back to reality a little bit instead of being so fantastical about things. I enjoy that because I'm an extremely imaginative person, and I like to use my imagination and storytelling abilities, but I know that not everyone is cut out for the fantasy edge of things. So let's get started with your love readings, and you'll have to let me know what you think about this deck. I absolutely adore it, and I'll see you in a second with your love reading. Hello, Sagittarius. This is going to be your March 2019 love and relationship reading. And this is for Sagittarius rising, sun, and moon. And because this reading is a little bit more precise or a little bit more specific, this may or may not resonate for you. If this does not resonate for you, and you'll pretty much know from the beginning whether or not it does, you may want to check out your other 2 out of your rising sun and moon and see if any of those resonate for you more, or can help you in some way, or give you clarity in some way, which is the whole point of this. So here we go. We'll see what comes out for you for love and relationships. If you hear weird electronic noises, that's actually my computer battery barely hanging on to dear life. My battery has actually my computer has been telling me that my battery is about to crap out, as in die, and so I'm about to order a new battery for my computer. But if you guys could wish me the best with just helping the poor battery hang on until the new one comes. Otherwise, these may not all be able to come out if my computer dies. So let's hope I can get through this in the next couple of days, and then my computer will live long enough for me to get these all out for you. Let's see. And of course, I'll show you your cards before I get started. Ooh, nice. Okay, I'm going to pick one clarifier and then I'll show you. Okay. Actually, I had to pick two clarifiers. So here are your original 6, and I'm going to let the clarifiers be a mystery for now. You have the 9 of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Princess of Pentacles, the Teacher, otherwise known as the Hierophant, the Guardian of Water. The guardians in this deck are queens, so this is the Queen of Cups right here. And 8 of Water, or the 8 of Cups. Okay. I had to pick a clarifier for your past because I needed a little bit more information. So I'll show you the original 2 and then I'll show you the clarifier. In the recent past with love and relationships, and I'm going to read this for singles, ones of you that are coupled, as in have been with someone for a while, and those of you that have just met someone or just started dating. So you have the 9 of Swords over the Teacher, otherwise known as the Hierophant. And I don't know why, but I got some specifics in here that perhaps if some of you have had a crush on someone or have been interested in someone, there may be some kind of an age difference. It may be that you have fallen for someone who's a good deal older than you or a good deal younger than you. And so there's a slight imbalance here where perhaps one of you, or even if we didn't say it was an age difference, we could say that one of you is more experienced than the other, or one of you is a little bit wiser than the other, or you're on slightly different levels, where perhaps you are the teacher and you have one of your students have a crush on you, or you have a crush on one of your teachers. Something. That aside, I am getting something about how one of you may be more knowledgeable or more experienced or a little bit wiser than the other, in which case it kind of puts up a natural sort of power imbalance. And something about this has brought you Mercury retrograde. Something about this has brought you a great deal of insecurity. For instance, let's say you've been interested, or someone is interested in you that is a good deal younger than you. You might be a little bit anxious or a little bit worried about how this might catch up, and they might realize that they might want to just be with someone their own age, and that kind of makes you feel a little insecure. Or if you are much younger than the other person, you may be worried or anxious about whether or not they will take you seriously, or whether or not they will treat you as if you're a child or you don't know as much as them, or something like that. that aside, if I read this in a slightly different way, I would say that perhaps perhaps something about your own wise self within, or your own intuition, or your own inner knowing is telling you that there's something that's not quite right about a relationship. Or the person may not, you may have held this person in high esteem, and all of a sudden you may be disillusioned where you realize that the person is not what you thought they were, and they're actually not that great of people. Or I don't know, you're worried about something. And I'll read this in other ways for those of you that are single too. I'm going to show you your clarifier, which is the Seven of Water, or the Seven of Cups. Like the traditional Seven of Cups, there's a number of different cups in here. There's 7 cups. They're all different from each other. Some of the cups are more like goblets. One of the cups is a bottle with a cork. One almost looks like a glass version of a sippy cup with handles. One is a teacup. They're all different. And this man perhaps has been sampling the different cups, or he went for the cup that he vibrated to the most. Everyone has different tastes. Everyone has different things that they feel comfortable with, or that they, so to speak, vibe with. And so someone else might come along these different choices and choose the one that is their favorite, or the one that they vibrate to the most. This man may not have tasted all of the cups. He may have had a number of choices, and he went for the cup that he appreciated the way that it looked the most, or it felt the most comfortable for him to pick up. So it may be that you have been, for some of you, you may have been dating, or you may have been hanging out with a number of different people to see which ones over time you vibrate to the most. It may be that you picked one up and thought that it was the cup for you, but you realized it wasn't, or it didn't suit you. It's kind of like trying on shoes or something. Or it may be that you picked up the cup that looked the most comfortable to you, and it turned out to be. But it definitely takes some pondering, and it definitely takes some time, or some being receptive to see how things shake out in time, or how things flow out in time. And then you'll have a better idea of what is the best choice to make, or if you made the right choice or not. But for those of you that are totally single and you haven't been involved with anyone, it could be the situation with the crush. But if you haven't had a crush on anyone, or no one has actually come to you, it may be telling you that, here's another way of looking at it, is that you may have been checking people out around you and realizing that you haven't really found the right fit, or you haven't found the right person for you, or there's possibly a lot of choices for relationships, or for dating, or crushes, or there may be even several people that are interested in you, but you don't, it feels as if you haven't found the right fit, or you haven't found the right cup yet. And this is making you anxious. Will you ever find the right cup? Will you ever find something that feels right for you? Or will it be constantly choices that aren't really what you're looking for? But you still have the teacher in here, which is telling me that you do know what you want, or you do know what is right for you. So your own intuition, or your own inner knowing, should be your guide on whether or not you should go with something or not. And also, it may be telling you, your wise self within may be telling you that to take your time and realize that just because you may have not found the right cup in the past doesn't mean that you won't find the right cup. It just means that the choices may be changing in the future, or you may find someone So don't give up or don't become too discouraged about this. Presently, and just so you know, court cards don't have to be a particular gender. So even though these are both queens here, if you are a woman and you're straight, this does not mean that you're going to be with a woman. This can be a man too. And if you are a man and you're straight and you're watching this, you know, this is perfectly set up for you to imagine. But really, I'm completely open to all genders, all different sexual orientations. You can read this any way that fits for you. The basic essence of it will be the same regardless. So, presently, you may have met someone or someone may have come in. This person may possibly be a fire or a water sign, or the Queen of Wands up on the top could be you, Sagittarius. And the one on the bottom could be the person that's coming in. There's a number of different ways we could look at this. This could be someone who's a fire-water person, or a Cancer, Aries, to be more specific, but obviously it doesn't have to be. If this is a person that has come in, or someone, I did forget to interpret that first batch for those of you that have been in a long-term relationship. I just realized that. I'm sorry, you guys. My brain is a little choppy from Mercury retrograde. If you have been in a relationship for a long time and you're still in it, it may be that your particular life paths or what you feel drawn to do with your life may be different from your partner's. You may not be on the same page with things like spirituality or philosophy or what you are interested in or believe in or what your basic morals or ethics are. You may have completely different ways of viewing things, and for some reason this has brought you possibly some worry or anxiety or fretting because you realize it's not fulfilling. You know, obviously if one of you is more spiritually based and the other one is not, or the other one is much more down to earth, not really into philosophy or that sort of thing, there's a whole part of you or a whole part of the other person that isn't being honored or isn't being nourished or isn't being even understood. And so even though you may have been in a long-term relationship, you may feel as if you're too different on a spiritual level or on a philosophy level, or your values are completely different from each other, and this may have made you feel a little disappointed, or like they may not be the person for you, or there's something that you are not feeling quenched by. So presently, if you're totally single, it seems to me as if someone is coming in, or you're about to meet someone, or you have just met someone, or someone is interested in you, or you're about to find someone to be interested in. I'm not getting anything. Well, I mean, okay. So if someone has just come in, they may be an extremely nurturing, empathetic, sensitive, emotional person. I am getting someone who's extremely creative, someone who's extremely talented, someone who has a poetic mind, someone who has very deep emotions, someone very loyal, someone very kind. Also could be an artist, musician, someone who is also very motivated, someone who knows what they want, knows what they're looking for, a sensitive, a perfect combination of an introvert and an extrovert. Someone who can navigate both worlds. Someone who can be social, but also someone who can be sensitive. Someone who can be perfectly fine at home making food with you, and also someone who could go rock climbing with you. I don't really know how else to put this. So this does seem like a very loyal person, someone who is interested in deep relationship rather than just a surface one, and someone who needs a great deal of encouragement with their goals or what they're trying to do, because it seems as if they're extremely motivated, or they're activists of some kind that like to take action on things. There's a lot of mutual understanding and empowerment with this person. So there you go. And then if you've been in a relationship for a long time, it seems as if there have been some issues in the past, things are most definitely feeling a lot better now. You feel as if it could even be that you feel that there's a need for nurturing or a need for empowerment in the relationship, but it seems as if you're honoring each other more now than you were before, or you're trying to make it work, or you're trying to figure out how to best meet each other's needs where you have what you need, which is great. And if you're totally single, it seems as if someone is coming in. So in the future, you have the Princess of Pentacles over the Eight of Water, or the Eight of Cups. Yeah, it definitely feels as if you've been in a long-term relationship or a committed relationship, the relationship is moving forward, and you're making more of an effort to meet each other's emotional needs, or to make sure that the emotional climate of the relationship is moving forward or flowing forward, rather than becoming stagnant or stuck or disappointed. You could choose to focus on the disappointments in the relationship, or the things that haven't worked out, or the things that haven't completely emotionally fed you all the way. Or you could focus on the good points of the relationship, of how you can do that for each other, or nurture the good parts of the relationship more. It's really up to you, or up to the two of you. And if you're in a long-term relationship where there are children involved, or you have children, it seems as if you're also choosing to have the relationship get better, or to move forward with each other, or work things out, or find some kind of a way to make it work for the sake of the children. It does feel as if you love each other, or it's not like this is a loveless marriage or something. You do love each other, but your child or children is one of the motivating factors on making sure that things are ease into the future better. And it may even be that you may discover that you're having a child, possibly. I'm getting more that you're coming up with concrete plans, imaginative solutions, a sense of purpose, or thinking about your goals that you have together in order to make things flow better. And you have a sense of direction in the relationship where you're working things out in a very practical way. If you're single, and if someone has come in, this person, because the person in the Eight of Water looks a little bit like the Guardian of Water, a little bit. It could be that this person that is coming in is coming away from a previous relationship, or has gotten out of a previous relationship, or is healing from a previous relationship. And it is going to take, if you're devoted to this person, or you're ready to jump into this relationship, even though the person, the feelings are mutual, the person is interested in you too, but it may be that there are some things going on in their emotional body that they're still recovering from, and so they may not be completely ready to just jump into something. They may want to ease into it, and you have to have a certain level of patience with this. Or this could be you. You could flip these situations either way that resonates more. It could be that you are coming away from something in the past, or you're still emotionally healing and you want to ease your way into this. You don't want to jump into it. And notice the little things. The little things mean a lot. You know, I'm thinking of the Princess of Pentacles here. The little details of how things are. Like, sorry to go off track, I'll try to be quick about it, but I watch people's body language and I watch how people interact with each other physically a lot of the time, and sometimes I'll experiment with it where, for instance, if I have a couple come to my house for a reading, I'll notice whether or not they save the best seat for their partner, or if their partner just assumes to take the best seat. You can tell a lot from the little things. You know that movie, The Wedding Singer? I think Drew Barrymore says something similar in it where she says it's the little things that matter. If you notice that your new partner or your partner is holding out chairs for you to sit into, or they notice what is your favorite coffee cup and they get your coffee in the morning in your favorite cup, it means that they care. It means that they are being considerate of you. And it's important for you to do the little things for the other person as well. Certain things may go over people's heads. Not everyone's aware of the little things, but you will be able to see whether things can move forward based off of the little things that you notice or the little things that you do for each other. With these two, you have the Six of Fire, which is in other decks, it's the Six of Wands, which is victory and success and people working together, people appreciating each other for their talents and what they bring to the situation, people getting along and having adventures and having fun in the picture anyway. So I see that there's a really good chance to work things out if there's been issues, where things are flowing and much more creative in the future than they have been. If you're new to a situation with love, this looks as if it's growing rather nicely. And you really empower each other. And this is someone also who is confident, successful. The relationship itself has a very good chance of being successful, or flowing together and still being creative and fun. By finding harmony in the things that you do have in common, finding harmony in the things that you can do together helps strengthen the relationship. And if you're single, it seems like you're really getting out there and having fun and meeting people and experimenting and just feeling ready for something. You may very well end up meeting an important, wonderful person for yourself in some kind of a social setting, or by doing the things that bring you joy. So hopefully that helped or made sense for you, and hopefully my battery will not crap out, and pretty soon in the next couple of days you'll be getting your random messages from the universe if you would like to watch those, and I'll see you soon. Much luck to you.